How's it going? I'm Gustav from Young Guns, and you're watching the Kerrang video podcast.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Kerrang podcast here in cold wintry London. Lovely Gus from Young Guns has come in, resplendent in woolly hat.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you very much, nice to be back.
Very exciting Kerrang offices. You're here to have a little chat about what is happening with Young Guns at the moment and the upcoming new album. As much as you can say without getting shot by your label.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to say and what I'm not allowed to, so if you see me looking off screen, that's me getting told off.
Alright, fair play. You've just come back, you've done the UK tour and Thailand and Australia. It's been a busy year so far.
It's been a bit of, it's such a mega cliche, but it has been a bit of a whirlwind, you know. I mean, everything has been since day one, really, but it just doesn't seem to stop. It kind of gets more and more intense, which is the most amazing thing in the world, but it is hard to kind of, it's hard to take it all in, you know. Going to places so far away is just mental. I never thought that my band would get used to Dubai airport, you know. That's a weird experience. But yeah, we've had an amazing 2011. Really good.
Okay, what has been the highlight, you think, for yourself? Sitting by the pool in Thailand, headlining the Forum in London?
Probably the Forum show, just because playing to that many people was pretty mental. We've done some, large supports and stuff in our time, but I think having a crowd that's actually there for you is such a different experience, you know. And obviously we had some technical problems, but for me it was just, the best show of my life, certainly. It was a magical thing. Going to Australia is amazing, meeting people that know your songs and stuff literally on the other side of the planet is great. Thailand was an amazing experience. I didn't really spend much time by the pool, but it was an amazing. But yeah, for me the Forum, I think, is probably the highlight of our career so far, just because it felt like such a milestone.
A few weeks ago in Kerrang News section we ran a report about you hanging out in Australia with Alex from All Time Low and Tay from We Are The In Crowd. People like that picture so much we're actually running it as a poster in the issue out next week. Quite an eventful photo shoot.
Yeah. We had, it was good fun. We had some drinks and just jumped around on the bed and acted like idiots, which luckily we were quite good at doing. I think the room took the brunt of it a little bit. We broke a bed and blew the lighting and stuff, but what you can do, that's
all in the name of rock and roll.
That's it, that's exactly it.
Nice to hang out as well, as you said when I spoke to you on the phone, with Alex. Kerrang tour buddies from 2010.
Yeah, that's right. We actually spent quite a bit. I mean, obviously we've toured twice with them now anyway, before Australia. And so it's kind of at that stage now where we're just good mates, and it's always so nice to be in a different country, especially somewhere as far away as Australia, and have people that you're already familiar with. And us and them, we always kind of end up going out and having messy nights, and it's really good fun. I actually cannot say enough good things about them. They're like the best dudes.
I'd like to ask you a little bit about life on the road as well, because I think a lot of people think it's just all really exciting and crazy and non-stop partying, but from travelling on the tour with you guys, I'm aware that there's a lot of downtime, but it's also quite a weird lifestyle where you feel quite disconnected from what's going on in the real world.
It's not reality, definitely. I mean, you're floating around, you're not really, half the time you're not sure what time of day it is, often. I mean, the thing is, it is really great. You get to travel, you see new places, you meet new people, you make a lot of friends, and ultimately you have some amazing experiences. Playing live is the best thing ever anyway. But it's a lot of monotony involved. It's real there's a lot of slow, like you say, a lot of doing nothing, and you never quite feel like you're in the real world. It's a very bizarre lifestyle, and it's not as glamorous, I think, as probably people that haven't had the experience of touring would assume that it is. But it is amazing. Traveling is great. Hanging out with your friends all the time is great. It's kind of like the ultimate kind of Peter Pan thing. You don't have to be responsible and grow up because you're a dude in a band, and that's a nice luxury to have.
I was going to say, you don't have the responsibilities, as it were, of kind of electricity bills and paying rent or having to get yourself from A to B. Kind of have to show up before bus call and hope the driver gets you to the next place.
Precisely. You basically have a guy or a girl kind of saying to you, right, be here then, and they will make sure you're there then, and that's about as complicated as it gets, and that's good, because that's about as complicated as I can cope with. I wasn't good at existing as a kind of a person in the real world, so this suits me just fine.
Other members of your band as well are kind of notorious party kids in the best possible way, extreme dancers.
Oh, there's some extreme dancing.
Enjoy hanging out with other people into the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
Do you think it helps them to not have the kind of structure of normal, rigid adult life?
I think so. I mean, yeah, we are basically just a bunch of children, in all but age, which is probably a little bit depressing, but it's great fun. It's just, it's an excuse to just be a dick most of the time, but in a nice way. You know, you just get to be irresponsible and muck around and party, and that's quite a charmed existence, really. So it's wicked. I love it.
Can you imagine 50 years' time, Gus on stage, possibly balding, maybe a little weightier than you are now, still belting out the Young Guns classics? I
think I'll probably be long in the ground by then. You know what, it's funny, I try not to think, like on a serious note, I try not to think too much about the future, because I think you can lose sight of the present if you do that too much. So we just try and kind of enjoy every day. I don't see this band lasting forever. I think, you know, I'm not one of those guys that says, this band is going to take over the world, we're going to be playing Wembley next year or whatever. I think, you know, let stuff happen, and if it happens, then you can say it. So we just try and enjoy each day, and I actually kind of hope I won't be playing in Young Guns in 50 years. I'd like to think I'd be sitting in a house somewhere if I'm still there, surrounded by, you know, opulence, people feeding me grapes and stuff.
Cats.
Yeah, lots of cats. I'll be on my own with a lot of cats. That's probably what's going to happen.
Well, here's hoping that we do end up in a few years' time doing a podcast backstage at Wembley.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
That would be fun.
Just, you know, I feel the need. I don't feel the need to kind of make grand claims. I think the new record actually kind of speaks for itself. So.
We're going to stay clear of too many details. I'm sure you'll read them in an upcoming Kerrang magazine very soon.
Very soon.
Thank you very much, Gus.
Thanks. Lovely to see you.
Bye.